As we've discussed on this show many times, there's a lot of different places to put your money to invest. One of the more common ones you hear a lot of good things or maybe even bad things about would be the 401k. Watch this video and find out some reasons why you might want to max out your 401k, or maybe some reasons you might not want to max out your 401k. Enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Logan Sadler. If it's your first time stopping by, I appreciate you doing so. If you've been here before, thanks for returning. I'm Logan Sadler, as I mentioned. I'm the host of the channel. And today I wanted to talk about something that I've been scrolling through YouTube and other social media platforms and seeing some very negative things said about 401ks over the last few weeks. Again, they've been there forever. And as I always say, there is pros and cons to every single investment out there. But a lot of the stuff you hear about 401ks, why they might be good or why they might be bad, a lot of stuff I've been seeing is not necessarily qualified advice. So I wanted to tell you, as a retirement planner that uses a lot of different tools and instruments, I wanted to talk to you specifically today about the 401k, specifically reasons why you should max it out and reasons why you shouldn't max it out, right? There's always pros and cons. So let's go ahead and dive in. I want to name 3 reasons why you should max the 401k out. Number 1, the match, right? When you look at a 401k, most companies out there offer some sort of a match. It might be 3%, 5%, 7%. It really just depends on the 401k company and how they're designed. But there's many advantages out there to maxing out the 401k. By getting the match, you get a match on the money you put in there up to a certain point, depending on the plan, but that is free money that is put into the plan. Now, one of the things I talk about how important the match can be is I have a client I was meeting with just the other day where we were reviewing her 401k, and in her circumstance, 35% of her overall account value was all from the employer match throughout her working career. So you could see in that case, that's a lot of extra money. 30% in her case of her account value was basically free money that the employer had given her as part of being a part of the company. So number 1 is the match. Number 2, tax-deferred growth, right? Tax-deferred growth is huge by putting away money in tax-deferred accounts. Now, again, some of you might want to look at some tax-free accounts, but right now we're just talking about some of the pros, which would be the tax-deferred growth. By not paying taxes year in and year out on that money and letting it sit and grow, especially some of you out there that might be in higher income tax brackets, can be a very great way to help grow your wealth, defer tax during those very high income earning years, and have that money to take out down the road that again would be taxable down the road. But tax deferred growth can be a very great attribute to an account type, especially one like a 401k. The next one is the automation, right? You can't put a price on simplicity. So I always say being able to automate directly from your paycheck a percentage or a dollar amount each month or week that goes into your account value and helps you start earning right away, depending on the funds and investments that you're in. So those are the 3 reasons why you should consider maxing out the 401k, and some reasons why it's a very beneficial account for a lot of people to get started in. And again, most of the clients that I deal with, a lot of their wealth is generated from the 401k. Now, let's go on to some 3 reasons why you might not want to max it out, right? The 3 reasons why you might not want to max out your 401k might be limited investment options, right? Some of us out there that are maybe more unique and might have a little bit more experience with some other investments like individual stocks or different mutual funds or ETFs or insurance products or whatever it might be. You might not have access to those through your 401k. They typically give you about 10 to 15 different options. Some of them have 20 plus different investment options that you get to choose from. So understanding what investments you have access to is very important. Number 2 would be lack of liquidity. So some of you out there might not like the idea of not having access to all your money at one time. To be honest, this typically plays a very little role in the reason why a 401k should be good or bad, because I think the importance of a retirement plan, whether it's a 401k or an insurance product or real estate or stocks or whatever it is, the main goal is to let those sit and work for what that goal is. So if the goal is retirement, liquidity should not be your first goal anyway, at least for the time being. So there is a lack of liquidity in those. You can borrow from them for certain instances, depending on the plan, but liquidity is an issue with some of them. The other thing is some of them might have a lack of Roth capabilities. So if you're trying to put money into a Roth IRA or some type of tax-free account, many 401ks have adapted this component. Some have not. So that could be a reason why it might not be as advantageous for some of you to put money in there. But again, those are 3 good reasons and 3 not so good reasons why you might want to consider them. I had to come on here and do a video because I've seen so many people, like I mentioned on platforms, tearing them down and not really explaining them correctly. A lot of them want you to go buy their real estate program or buy their insurance program. Not here to sell anything on this channel, just here to give you some input, some honest advice, and hopefully you found it informational. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe. Hopefully you follow along the channel, and we'll be back here again next week with another video. Have a good one.